Hello, this is Mark with Custom Desktop Solutions, home of the Desktop Dispatcher and iDispatcher app. I'd like to take you through the process of updating your desktop dispatcher on a Mac. The update is required because we've updated the iDispatcher app that syncs with the desktop dispatcher, and that update is going to require a new installation of the desktop version. To start with, on the open work orders, you'll just want to get a glance at what your starting work order number is. Easiest, quickest way to find out is just create a new work order and make note of what the last number is. Then what you can do is switch windows to the invoicing layout if you use our invoicing feature. If you don't, you can skip this step, but you basically just want to open the invoicing module, choose the Records pull-down menu, and make sure you're seeing all of the available records. You'll either have an option to show all records, or it'll be grayed out indicating that you're already viewing all of the records. And that's it. That's all you need to do to prep the program for the update. The next video clip will explain the process of importing your data from the old program into the new. Once you've downloaded and installed the new version of the desktop dispatcher, you'll want to import the information from the old program. To do this, switch windows from the Windows pull-down menu and select the window TDD Data. Once this window is on the screen, you'll have a new script available to you in the Scripts pull-down menu. Select Import Records from Older Version. You get a brief message telling you that you're going to have to enter your password several times to import information from each of the tables, and then you're prompted to go look for the data. And the data in the program is stored under the Applications folder under the Desktop Dispatcher TDD Data. Double click on it and enter your password. Now you'll have to do this several times for each table. And when you get to the field mapping window on each of the tables, you can just make sure that matching names is selected, and it'll bring the appropriate information into the appropriate fields. Click Import, Import again, and it gives you a report of how many records were imported. And you'll go on to the next table. You'll just repeat the process for each of the tables. This being the customer list, cleared calls, inventory, and so on. And once you've imported the last table, it's going to give you a report telling you what your last work order number was in the previous version. You're going to want to add 1 to this number in the next field. This is to start your starting work order numbers in the new program so you don't have duplicates. If you didn't make note of what the number was, you can always open up the old program, run the script again, and put in the appropriate number. Choose Replace, and you've just reset your starting work order number in the new program. If you use our invoicing module that's built into the desktop dispatcher, you'll want to proceed to the next step and import your invoices. If you didn't, you can skip this step. For demo purposes, we'll just go ahead and import it. And it brought in the file. It's telling us actually it was empty in ours, so we didn't have any to import. Say OK. It's prompting us to reset the number. We're just going to leave it as default. And that's it. All the information's been brought in. The new work orders, the service history, customer contact information, and everything's there. Now, there may be some data loss with any of the open work orders you may have, any signatures or photographs that have been synchronized to the desktop dispatcher if you're using the iPhone iDispatcher app may not have carried over to the new work orders. That information is still available, and it's in your Photos folder of the old program. To get there, just open your Finder, go to Applications, down to the old Desktop Dispatcher program, and you'll see that information available in the Photos folder there. And you can copy and paste the individual pictures for those few records, or what should be just a few records, into the open work orders on the Desktop Dispatcher. But the signatures and photographs, anything that was synchronized into the closed work orders, should still be there. That information carries over because it's coming in from a different table. Now, to complete the update, you'll want to delete the apps from the iPhone or iPad, reinstall the new iDispatcher app, and then synchronize with the Desktop Dispatcher. Doing this will require each of the devices to re-enroll with the Desktop Dispatcher. You'll need to prompt or give the users a new 4-digit PIN number to log in, and the first time they synchronize with the Desktop Dispatcher, they'll be prompted, or the desktop operator will be prompted to direct the app to store the signatures and photographs into a particular folder. This is the second part of the enrollment process. The first time you sync with signatures or photographs, again, the program is going to ask you where to store those signatures. This time, select the new Desktop Dispatcher Photos folder. And once you select that, the synchronization will continue, and the information from that point on will be stored in that Photos folder. And that pretty much sums it up. If you have any questions or feel in the least bit hesitant about attempting this yourself, please feel free to call us. We'll be happy to walk you through it. Just don't update your iPhone apps until we've updated the desktop software, because the new app will not synchronize with the new Desktop Dispatcher. I'm sorry, with the old Desktop Dispatcher. It'll only synchronize with the new one. Of course, your alternative is, if you have no data that you're worried about losing or importing from the old program, you can skip the process entirely and just start from scratch with the new app and the new desktop version. That's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call or email us at mark@customdesktopsolutions.com. That's it. Have a good day.